What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. If you've never been here before, hit the subscribe button. Check out the content. I got a lot of videos up there. Everybody else, welcome back. You see, I have my dog Six here with me today. Her name is Six because she was the sixth dog I got. My gorgeous hot dog. She's a little baby. All right, Six, go back to your spot. I was really thinking about making a video every week called Jerk Off of the Week. I might start that. I had Eric Adams in one of them. If you look back into my videos, he was Jerk Off of the Week once. But this time we are going to an Oklahoma state trooper who was arrested and for alleged crimes that he was put in jail for. We'll get to that in a minute. Before I get to that, allow me to say this. There are good police officers and there are bad police officers. There are some good men in prison who made mistakes, and there are some very bad men in prison. And so why do I say all this? Why do I point this out? I point it out to always remind you that each and every person is an individual in life and must be looked at that way. We can't say that all officers are bad or all officers are good. We can't say that all prisoners are bad or all prisoners are good. There are many guys that go into prison and sincerely change. They're remorseful. They regret their mistakes. Or there are men in prison that just had a bad day. You know what I mean? Not everyone was living a criminal, terrible lifestyle. Some people had bad days and made mistakes. And on the police department, you could kind of say the same thing. There are ones that have bad days, but there's good and bad in all professions. That's what I'm saying. But something is going on in Oklahoma. Let me tell you about this guy right here. He has been arrested. He has not to be gone to trial yet or accept a plea bargain. He has been arrested for the first-degree rape of a woman that he pulled over. He is an Oklahoma state trooper, as you see a picture of him right there. And this man pulled a woman over, and she admitted that she had a drug paraphernalia pipe on her, and he offered and gave her a deal. He said, if you have sex with me, I will let you go. That's basically what this officer did. His name, what is this guy's name? Jarquz Evans, born in 1997. Man, I'm getting old. He was charged with rape in the first degree and forcible oral sodomy. This is the alleged crimes that he did. The woman agreed to this. He went into her pocketbook after she admitted that she had a drug paraphernalia pipe. He went into her pocketbook and found a sex toy in her pocketbook, and then made the statement that mine is bigger than that, and then offered her sex, and she agreed, probably because she was petrified. And they drove around the block, and he shut off his dash cam, he shut off his body cam, and proceeded to take advantage of this woman sexually. She then reported it to the Oklahoma City Police Department, and he was arrested, and he was charged with these crimes. The DNA was found on his pants. They believe her DNA was found on his pants. What was crazy, that was crazy in itself, but what I find really crazy is that he was released on $100,000 bail. He was given a $100,000 bail. The officers that killed Robert Brooks in New York, 11 officers altogether, 6 charged with murder, 3 charged with manslaughter. These officers were given a $30,000 bail for murdering someone while they were handcuffed, for beating a prisoner viciously to death with no justification while he was handcuffed, sticking things down his throat, kicking him in his face, in his genitals, in his rib cage, and they were given on film, and they were given a $30,000 bail. And this officer, who didn't kill anyone, even though his crime is disgusting and deplorable, was given a $100,000 bail. This is the difference. The reason I point this out, this is the difference between a liberal, Democratic run state like New York and a Republican state like Oklahoma. Right? $100,000 bail for the accusation of having sex with a woman, of raping a woman, and $30,000 bail for a brutal gang assault that killed someone. Okay, so these are the differences in the states. Okay, again, his name. Let me play this little video for you so you can see this little video. Go ahead, check this out.
The Highway Patrol trooper's arrest, charged today with raping a woman following a traffic stop. And this case dates all the way back to January.
News 4's Spencer Humphrey is looking over the new court documents, and we should warn you, some details are graphic.
An Oklahoma state trooper allegedly giving a woman an ultimatum when he pulled her over here in South Oklahoma City back in January. She could either go to jail or have sex with him. The details in the arrest affidavit for Oklahoma Highway Patrol Trooper Jarquz Evans are disturbing. Investigators say it all started when Evans pulled over a woman for an expired tag near Southeast 29th and High Avenue just before 10 p.m. on January 26th. The affidavit says Evans' body cam and patrol car dash cam were rolling as he walked up to the woman's car, the woman allegedly telling Evans she had an illegal drug pipe inside. Evans ordered her to get out and searched her pockets before then searching inside her car, where he found a sex toy in her purse. Investigators say he brought it up to the woman, saying, "Mine is bigger," then telling her he wouldn't take her to jail for having the pipe if she would just have sex with him. The woman later told investigators with the Oklahoma City Police Department that she agreed, and the two drove to a nearby parking lot where Evans got in her passenger seat and had sex with her. The affidavit says she even asked Evans if she would be charged with prostitution for having sex with him, to which he said no, and that he'd taken off his body camera and microphone. Investigators say Evans later bragged to a friend about what happened, but told them the woman is who proposed having sex. OKCPD investigators sent Evans' uniform pants to OSBI's crime lab, where tests on them found a fluid stain matching Evans' DNA profile and another likely matching the woman's profile. Evans was booked into the Oklahoma County Jail Friday on charges of rape and forcible sodomy. In Oklahoma City, Spencer Humphrey, Oklahoma's News 4.
We reached out to the Oklahoma Highway Patrol hoping to ask them some questions about this. A spokesperson would only confirm Evans had been arrested and is currently on administrative leave. They did not tell us how long he's been on leave and if it is paid or unpaid. We'll keep asking.
So you see there, you see like everything that I mentioned to you, that's what's going on. I guess we have to use the word alleged right now, but I don't know what's going on in Oklahoma because last year, Jeffrey Smith Scott pulled over a car. This is another Oklahoma police officer. This is about a year ago. Jeffrey Smith, I couldn't locate a picture of him. Jeffrey Smith Scott was on his first solo patrol as a police officer. First time he was out alone, pulls over a car. There's a man and a woman in the car, and he begins to question her and takes her out of the car, asks her what she does for a living. She admits that she's a dancer in a gentleman's club, and he takes her into his squad car. He shuts off his body camera. He shuts off his dash cam. He sexually assaults the woman in the car, and they gave him 40 years in prison. 40 years. He was convicted. He was found guilty. Jeffrey Smith Scott was found guilty, age 35, and he was sentenced to 40 years. Oklahoma doesn't play around. Here in New York, they offered these correctional officers from Marcy Correctional Facility 18 years for brutally beating someone to death. They offered 18 years. And here you go, this cop in Oklahoma takes a woman in his car and touches her inappropriately, does sexual things to her, and they gave him 40 years. That's the difference between law and order in a Republican state and in a liberal state. I mean, if these cases would have happened in California, I would see these officers not even being found guilty or getting probation. Who knows? Who knows? But there needs to be a massive change in New York State with prosecuting officers who commit crimes. Okay, and I'm not saying that as anti-officer. Many good officers out there that do the right thing. God bless them. We need you. A lot of them save lives. But these ones that are caught breaking the law in New York aren't don't face the necessary repercussions. It's sad, you know. It is. It's really sad. The other issue we have to deal with in ending this video is the ability for these officers to shut off their body cameras and shut off their dash cams, because the cameras are not going to solve issues if they can be shut off. There has to be a way where the cameras cannot be shut off. There is no reason that they should be able to shut them off at all. And so a mechanism needs to be instilled with all the technology that we have, that a dash cam in a police car and a body camera on an officer cannot be shut off, because obviously they're going to shut them off before they do something wrong. The same thing in the Department of Corrections. So that needs to be rectified. That needs to be figured out. But we're putting this officer, sorry, let me put the glasses on again, I'm getting old. This Oklahoma State trooper, Officer Jarquz Evans, innocent until proven guilty, is going down as jerk off of the week. And I guess I'll post another one next week. Oklahoma, straighten your stuff out there. Straighten your. Oh, let me say this right before I close. I cannot believe how many officers have been arrested for pulling women over and sexually abusing them, for raping them. Some of them getting handcuffed and raped. I could understand why a woman would panic when being pulled over by a police officer, because when I was Googling the cases, I was astonished by the extensive list of police officers that rape women. This is what happens when you get a sense of power and you don't know how to control yourself. When they get that uniform, when they get that gun, and when they get that badge, and it goes to their head, you could say anything you want, but you can't challenge a fact. I didn't say they were all like that. I'd say that most of them aren't like that. But there's an alarming number that let that power go to their head, and boy, they need some more psychological evaluations before they put these officers on the job. Ain't just the guys in prison that are bad. I'll see. Well, they'll be in prison soon. You guys have a good one. Bye bye.